We are filming.
I am now about to talk about communication lines in the early modern Holy Roman Empire in Spain compared to the present day with this guy. What people often forget when discussing communication is how easy it is today. The world's so globalized, so interconnected. 500 years ago, it wasn't. Perfect example, Charles I, Holy Roman Emperor, of the House of Habsburg, who was also King of Spain, was known as the king of all the world from age 19. Yet he was itinerant, meaning he traveled everywhere, much like his medieval predecessors. He had to constantly move around from Spain to Italy to Austria to Germany to the Netherlands just to see how his people were doing. And he basically had to entrust all communication overseas, for example, in Spain's colonies in Mexico and Peru, with colonial administrators, and with the friars who traveled back and forth. Philip II, Charles I's son, who became King of Spain in 1556, faced similar problems. For example, under his reign, the Spaniards colonized the Philippines in 1571. The Philippines are in fact named after Philip. The capital of the Philippines, Manila, would have galleons going to and from there in the Spanish ports. These would take a year each way because they'd have to actually pass through, disembark and go through the New World colonies. So Philip II, if he received a message about some atrocity or something like that, it'd be a year after it happened, so that if he gave directions on how to deal with it, it'd be another year before they got there. Meaning that rulers like Charles and Philip had immense difficulties we can't really appreciate today in terms of administering these massive empires. This is important when we think about things we take for granted today. Things like air travel, things like email, things like even early 20th century sending a letter that you simply couldn't do way back when. So when we look at history and context, it's important to consider that the technologies we have today bind us so much closer together that, unlike perhaps the old saying that Columbus may have well seen Martians in 1492, we are truly now all in the same world, and we're so much closer together than ever before.